What's up? We're back on Spotify with Stef's Rock Show. We have Corey, the bass player of Bush. Thanks for coming by.
Hey, thank you, Stephanie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for taking time out of your day. I think 1992 Steph is passed out in a corner hyperventilating right now. Like, I love Bush. I grew up, I was upset. And when American Werewolf in Paris and the song Mouth came
Mouth,
out,
yeah.
I listen to that all the time. So thank you for creating incredible music, first of all. You
Thank you.
guys are going back out on tour. Like I said, I'm going to come see you guys in Sacramento in July. I want to know, who do you like better between Lemmy and Flea?
Oh, um,
And
man,
why?
that's a tough one. That's like apples and oranges for me, because I love Lemmy just for his. I mean, Lemmy to me is rock and roll. Like, you know what I mean? Like he lived it. And I got the chance to meet him a couple of times. It was a wild experience. So I really like that. But Flea, I like about Flea is Flea just did his own thing, and still does it. And he's the only one who does it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put them neck and neck on my likes list for sure. For
They're tied.
different
Okay,
reasons.
because I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, they're some of the most notable bass players that I dig, and of
Oh,
course
definitely.
Corey's up there.
Oh,
I
I
have
love
to
that.
I have to ask about your dog because I love it's like a huge part of your life on your Instagram is your dog. Tell us about it.
Well, I have two. They're both right here,
Okay.
actually.
I
this
love
is
it.
this is Zoe. She just got a
Oh,
haircut this
she's
morning,
so cute.
and the other one is Coco, who's this little one.
Aw. Are they like your kids?
Well, kind of. This one is my daughter's dog, technically, but I've taken a real liking to her. We've had Zoe for a few years, and we just got Coco for my daughter. My daughter wanted a Maltese, so we got her one. But now, I don't know. They hang with me all day long. So
You're being a good dad. I know as a mom, my son begged for a cat for years. I said, "You're going to take care of it." Great. Guess who's taking care of the cat? It's me. So
hmm
that's what happens. And I want to know, I see you're a whiskey drinker. So tell us about like your whiskey infatuation.
well, I don't know what it is. It's like I didn't start drinking until I was, I don't know, in my late 20s, and
Oh,
I was kind of just because I was always in my old bands. I was always the one who was driving the van. You know what I mean? So I was like the one staying dry so that everybody stayed safe. But then after getting into traveling around and not having to drive, then I started drinking different things. And then once I had whiskey, I was like, oh, this is what I like, and it hadn't changed since. So it's been a good solid couple of decades of me and Jack Daniels are really good friends. I know where I'm going with it. You know what I mean? So it's like I can keep
yeah.
myself in check because I know how it works for me. Um, but
That's
yeah,
incredible that you can keep yourself in check with Jack Daniels because I'm a fan of Jack Daniels. I don't really drink it anymore because it's too fun. It's too wild for me.
yeah, I'm that way with tequila. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, with Jack Daniels though, I like to keep a nice pace and not get too messed up, but enjoy it thoroughly. So
Your liver process is better than mine because I have to stick with beer and wine. If I'm doing Jack Daniels, I would be on the bar dancing with Lemmy back in the LA days. I mean, it would just be crazy. I can't. I now got to be in bed with green tea at like 8 p.m. That's my what I do.
yeah, no, I feel you there. I mean, yeah, no, it's definitely as I age, things are slowing
So,
down a little bit.
what are some of your hobbies that don't involve playing in a famous band and touring? What are your hobbies off tour?
I don't have a lot of them other than music. I do like to play golf. I'm not very good at it, but I really enjoy it. It gets me outside, gets me walking. You know, and man, eating. I love food. So
Yeah.
going to restaurants, with my family, and yeah, that's kind of the extent of it. I mean, golf occasionally, but most of the time I'm just sitting around playing piano or guitar or bass or whatever. Just that's what I enjoy, and it hasn't, the shine hasn't worn off yet. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I laughed because you said you were doing an interview in the morning and you're not a morning person. And I saw you behind the keyboard. So you're multifaceted. You play the keyboards and bass.
Yeah, I mean, bass is definitely my first instrument, but over the years, I've messed about with piano and guitar as well, and not great at them, but I can get by on them, when it's needed. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a morning person at all. Never have
No?
been. I mean, me before 10 or 11 is not. It's not my best self.
Well, I'm glad we did the interview at noon. So
Yeah,
you're
no, this is
awake.
perfect. This is perfect time. I've had time to knock the cobwebs off and run a few errands, get myself moving. So
That's good.
appreciate the
So
hour.
where are you guys going on the tour? What's going on this summer, 2024?
We're starting on the West Coast and working our way across the states, a couple Canada shows, and then coming back across the states and finishing in Los Angeles at the Greek in mid-September.
Oh,
So yeah, it's all
nice.
it's all U.S. stuff and Canada for this run.
I'm curious, has Weird Al Yankovic asked you guys to do a parody yet?
I don't believe so, but that would be amazing. I love Weird Al.
We gotta ask Gavin. Maybe they've talked because I'm like, Weird Al needs to do a parody of Bush.
I know it'd be great. I mean,
I
I'm all for it. I love Weird Al. I think he's fantastically funny. Such
I
a good
know.
dude.
I do too. And like you guys, that was like in the 90s. I went to Bush shows a lot and I went to Weird Al shows a lot. So I don't know, I
Yeah.
just put those together. Okay, what is your favorite song to play live?
It used to always be Come Down. Mostly because it's just, say you've been through the whole set. We like to play that one last. And it just kind of feels like everything ramps up to that moment and it feels really good. But here lately, that new track we did, More Than Machines, there's just, for something about that song is just so much fun. I think it's just the groove of it. It's kind of deeper and heavier than some of our other stuff. And so that one's really kind of become my current favorite.
I feel like Bush music, there's got to be a lot of children made to Bush music. Like
I
it's
was,
very
one can hope,
climactic.
right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's very sexy. It's very hot. I love it. Like if I put Bush and 9 Inch Nails on, I'm probably gonna make a baby later that night. It's gonna happen. Okay, and then what about Glycerine? Are you over it? Or is it overplayed? Or are you okay that it can be a fan favorite?
I think it's great. I mean, what better problem to have than have a song that people really, really like? I mean, Gav isn't tired of it. I'm not tired of it. It's just, it's good to have one of those songs that keeps you working. You know what I mean? It's such a great song. So many people have so much history with it, including myself. And no, I don't think yeah. I never get tired of. The only thing that would get old is playing shows when people aren't there. That would get
Yeah.
that would get old really quick. So I think having those songs that people like, it couldn't be a better problem than to have.
And to stay up in pop culture and valued for this long as a band is something that kudos, to you guys for working hard and no one's, just fallen off the wagon or people want to hear new music from you. That's hard to do in this day and age.
Yeah, no, it truly is, and I think that it's a testament to just staying active, just working, just go out, play shows, and we've been doing a lot of it for the last, I mean, for a long time, but it's I think it just means just going out and working, letting people know you're still around, and everybody keeps coming. So as long as they keep coming, we'll keep coming. So it's kind of the symbiotic thing that it is.
Definitely. Do you have like a favorite band you've toured with or a really wild tour story?
I don't have a lot of really wild stories, but I do have I mean, I've really enjoyed touring with Stone Temple Pilots because I've always loved Robert DeLeo's bass playing, and he's become a pretty good friend. So I've always enjoyed watching their sets and listening to him play. Alice in Chains is another one, was one of my favorite bands, and we got to tour with them recently. And actually, Jerry's coming out with us this summer with his solo stuff and touring with us. So it'll be great to see him again. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of so much music that I just enjoy most bands we go with for some reason. Like every band's got their own thing that you kind of sit there and even bands that you're not familiar with, you watch their set a couple times and you start to pick up on what that thing is. Why people are there, why people like them. And I like that. I like figuring out what that special thing is for certain bands that even if it's not something you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Is that your dog in the back?
Yeah, that's Ludo. Sorry, my son's like definitely out in the funness. So
Oh, I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
I have a husky mix, so that's why I love it when people have animals and a cat. So it's just a full house over here.
Nice.
Okay, and so do you normally play Iron Man laying down? I saw that.
Yeah, no, and that particular one, that was, that was fueled by Jack Daniels, but having a great show and enjoying ourselves a little much. So,
So it sounded great. You're actually drinking whiskey while laying down and playing Iron Man. That's
yeah, and we just cut up a bunch of, we were just having, we get really bored on the bus, it's like we're in there for hours. So, sometimes, you just make fun where you can. And that was one of
yeah,
those moments of just goofing off. And
that's cool. Do you guys ever play board games or any kind of card games?
Not really. We do a lot of we all watch a lot of movies and when we're in transit, but we love also when we're parked up at the gig or whatever. We love playing cornhole or any of these other kind of backyard games just to keep just for fun to have a couple drinks with your friends and so. But we don't play a lot of board games. I can't. We used to play some dice back in the day. Um,
I
but
love
that's about
Liar's Dice.
yeah. So, hey, calm down,
It's
lady.
a dog party on
I know.
both ends. It's
They
okay.
want in on the game.
Yeah, that happens. Well, thank you so much, Corey, for taking time out of your day and stopping by Steph's Rock Show new podcast. And I look forward to seeing you guys out in Sacramento.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you as well.
Yeah. Bye, dude.
Thank you for having me.